I have to do a video on this because if I don't, then it's going to continue to be speculated, and I'm going to get asked. Ilya Kovalchuk reportedly has agreed to a deal with the New York Rangers. We don't know the numbers, and I don't know that it necessarily matters. What's funny is that you have fans in New York who are like, well, that's it. So much for rebuilding. This sucks, and no, they're going to blow it again. I've seen that. I've already seen one blog that had that opinion. And I've seen others saying, well, Kovalchuk this and that. The only thing that stands out to me is when he said he was coming back, he said his number one reason for coming back was to win a Stanley Cup. These guys didn't make the playoffs this year. I don't have a problem with somebody saying that, and I don't even have a problem with a guy coming back and saying, well, I've always wanted to play for New York, I'll play for the Rangers. But when somebody says I've wanted to play for a Stanley Cup and then they sign for a team that's not in the playoffs, it all harkens back to Christian Ehrhoff when he went to Buffalo. And he went to Buffalo from Vancouver saying, I feel like I have a shot at a Stanley Cup here. And it's like, you were just in the finals with Vancouver. You're not going to get to the Stanley Cup with Buffalo. Kovalchuk's 35 years old. I honestly think people are going to expect probably too much from him. If the Rangers gave him a lot of money, it'll be justified. People will expect a lot from him. If the Rangers didn't give him a lot of money, we'll see. One interesting angle I read was that the idea that Kovalchuk signing there would mean that other younger players in the KHL who may be thinking about coming over to the NHL, if they see the Rangers treat him properly, they may want to come over. Which to me sounded like kind of a dig about the Shipachev deal with the Vegas Golden Knights, and how that was the one bauble that Vegas has had all year. The one, you could argue, a mistake that was made by George McPhee. And it was a twofold mistake. It was bringing Shipachev over, and basically this is going to be our top line guy. And then as soon as he realized it wasn't going to work, just, basically giving him 3 games and then getting rid of him. And then in between denying that that's what was going to happen, saying, no, he's going to be part of the team. We're just trying to figure out how, and we've got cap this and that. And it's like, I don't think so, George. So maybe the Rangers are trying to win over KHL players and make KHL players think, hey, we can go over and play for the Rangers. But that doesn't really sound like rebuild talk, does it? The Rangers either way are in a full rebuild. I will say this. For it. They're apparently still selling pieces once, the playoffs are over and we can start getting ready for the draft. So they're still going to be selling off veteran pieces for draft picks and prospects. You add Kovalchuk to that list. So you add Kovalchuk to that list of prospects and draft picks that they get in the offseason. It can really speed up this rebuild. Even if Kovalchuk at this point is only a 20 to 25 goal scorer, even if he only scores 55, 60 points, he's still an addition for the New York Rangers. The one thing it makes me wonder is, does this mean that Rick Nash isn't going back? Nash, when he was traded to Boston, the rumor had it he'd end up going back to the Rangers. I still think that if now Nash is rumored to be coming back for Boston in Game 1 of the series against Toronto on Thursday, if he comes back for Game 1, we may very well be looking at Rick Nash staying as a Boston Bruin and not going back to New York. But the signing of Kovalchuk may preclude them from bringing back Nash as well. It's going to be interesting to watch. It's going to be something that we'll talk about until July, and I wanted to do this video to get it out of the way. But as far as I know, they can't make it official until July 1st when he officially becomes a free agent. Because it's not like the Rangers are going to give the Devils a draft pick so they can announce a signing of a guy. Right? I mean, they can. They can absolutely trade his rights to the Rangers right now for a draft pick and announce the signing for next year. But they wouldn't do that, right? Because they can do it for free on July 1st. All right. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you're a Rangers fan, which side of the fence are you on? Are you on the side of, hey, we need to do a full rebuild, what are you doing? This is Theoren Fleury and Bobby Holik and all those signings all over again? Or are you on the side saying this is a smart move and he can help with all these young kids coming in? I'm on the latter side, and it's funny because last summer I talked about Kovalchuk coming back and how I felt that If he came back, I thought people were holding him to an unrealistic standard. I'm again stating that I believe the standard should probably be 25 goals and 60 points. That's probably roughly about what you can expect from him at age 35. He could go over that, absolutely. But I don't trust KHL totals. And for right now, he hasn't even officially become a Ranger yet. So it's a weird video to do, but I understand that there's enough comments in the comment section about Kovalchuk. Talk about Kovalchuk. Here you go. Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through almost to 34,000 subscribers. Thank you to each and every one of you that have hit like and subscribe, or just like. And for all comments made below. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.